Hey y'all, so just thought I'd make a video. I was hoping to be making a better update around this time, but it didn't work out. So I had applied for an apartment that was like right next to Teetotaler, like the street over. Ah, it was so perfect. It was a one bedroom, perfect price point, and came with a parking spot in the garage that I'm always fighting to find a parking spot downtown. And it was just so perfect. It felt like it was just meant to be, and I didn't get it. And I have no idea why. I mean, I could surmise it's probably because I have pets. Like, I know that most people are probably going to choose someone that doesn't have pets over someone that does. And I understand because other people suck as pet owners. But, yeah, I really had gotten myself pretty excited about it. I was, like, thinking about what it was going to be like to live there, all the things I would get to do, being closer to work, and, like, closer to, like, just in Concord versus a drive away, and boy, I started daydreaming so hard about it, and it would have been a move-in on Saturday, and I was like getting excited for it because it just felt so perfect. And then I never heard back about it. And I'm just like, I know every day when I leave work, I can like see the apartment from where I have to park. So like the past few days, I've been like, there's that apartment I didn't fucking get. Like my walk home would have been like a minute and a half. It was right there. I just started to get excited about having my own space again because not that I honestly don't hate living here. It's been really helpful, and I think it's been doing a lot of like subconscious healing in my family dynamics. So like I'm very, very thankful to have spent the last year here. I would not have guessed that was my thoughts even a year ago. But I think like being here has been really, really good for my relationship to my parents and relationship within the family dynamic overall. And I really love being here, truly. I love that Ruben has a yard. We've been letting Charlie out of the house more. He's getting to explore the outdoors. Like, it's been so great to be here, but I would want a space that's mine. Like, it would be nice to come home and, you know, just be in my, like, last weekend my parents were gone, and it was definitely different to be here by myself, but it was pretty nice to just come home and make dinner and watch whatever I wanted on TV. And, you know, I get inside my own head and I feel like I'm taking up space sometimes. And so I try and like keep very much to myself. And, obviously nothing here is like my decorations or my personal belongings. Like I have a lot of stuff out in my room, but a lot of my stuff is packed away. And like, there's just something about coming home to your own space that's like completely yours. I just look forward to that. I haven't really lived in a space that was my own now in the past basically 4 years. I moved out of my last apartment in October of 2019 when Han and I were looking for apartments to live together. And then I stayed with Michelle and Eric for like 5 months while we looked for an apartment. And then we moved into this other apartment. And then we moved again. And then I moved here. And like, so I've not been in a place that's my own because a lot of how our apartment was arranged and decorated and everything was decided by Han. I had very little say. And I don't personally care too much about, like, I literally have nothing on the walls here because I'm like, well, first of all, I didn't know how long I was staying, so I didn't really go crazy with like hanging stuff up. Secondly, I don't really care that much about the aesthetics of my space, like what's on the walls or what. Like, I didn't care that much, but I also feel like Han cared a lot, so it's just easier to say whatever, you decorate however you want. So I've not really been living in a space that is me in like 4 years. So I was really excited and hoping to be like, oh my gosh, I got an apartment, and like do an apartment tour, and just like, I don't know, I do feel like not stalled out here, but like a little bit juvenile because like, not that I'm in the dating world at all. I don't want to be. Like, I seriously just don't want to be. If I was wanting to, or even just hang out with friends and be like, come to my place, like, it's a little bit harder when it's my parents' place and I have to be like, hey, I'm having so and so over, just so you know. Like, I obviously can't have a hookup here. Not Not that I'm into the hookup culture, but like I do feel like I'm back in like high school where it's like I have to kind of explain my comings and goings and who's coming here, you know? Not that they expect me to, but I just feel like I have to. If I'm gonna invite someone over, I have to be like, hey, by the way, it's my parents' house, you know? It's just different. So if I was to make friends or like try to casually date someone, at least living here, it's just like harder to do than if I lived in my own place. I could be like, hey, come over. Because I do feel a lot of pressure. Like I want to get home and be with Ruben, and so it's harder to like make plans after work when I can't have anyone come here. It just would be easier to say, hey, come over for dinner after work. Then I can be with Ruben and be hanging out with someone at the same time. Or have the ability to quickly pop home, attend to Ruben, and go back out if I lived right in the downtown area, you know? So, yeah, I just got a text from my coworker that he's sick, so now I have to go in at 6 in the morning tomorrow. I love being the boss. I'm gonna work a 14-hour day tomorrow. Oh, doesn't that sound fun? Gosh, I guess I should get ready for bed. I kind of expected this when he texted me earlier to say that he was not feeling well and he was gonna try and sleep a little. I kind of prepared myself for this. Damn. I was kind of hoping he'd rebound, but oh well, I have next Wednesday off, so I guess this is making up for that. I lost my train of thought on that, though. Anyway, again, this is another example of where it would be nice if I lived in Concord, because I wouldn't have to get up as early tomorrow, because I could just literally roll out of bed and walk across the street. And I could also, like, more easily have some downtime in the day if I just went home and, like, took a nap or something. But it's a lot for me to drive here 20 minutes, relax for a few hours, and drive back, you know? It's like a whole hour of driving practically, let alone the time spent here, you know? So it's like I'd rather just stay there all day tomorrow than come home for a little bit and have to, like, try and go back, you know? I mean, the last part of the day, not so bad. I have to just, like, host a cookie making class. So I just have to be there to lock up after. Like, everything else is basically done. So I don't, like, I have to do anything too strenuous. But I'm going to be pretty fucking done by that point, so. Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway, I was really hoping I'd get to share that I got an apartment, but I didn't. So I guess I'm not really, like, actively searching. It just kind of, like, I wasn't even actively searching when I found it. My coworker of mine was like, hey, look at this place. Like, this is perfect for you. And so I just looked into it. You know, I'm not in any rush. My parents are not forcing my hand at all. I mean, they're being very flexible with the process because it's hard out there to get something, which is good. I'm lucky in that, like, I don't have a strict timeline. And, but yeah, so I'm not, like, looking too hard going forward. Like, you know, I've been casually looking for a while, but I just haven't found anything in my price point. So I guess I'm just going to keep casually looking, and whatever is meant to be will happen, even though this one felt so freaking perfect. But yeah, I would just like to have my own space, because then I can kind of keep advancing towards my future plans. Like right now, especially with, like, wanting to have a baby and, like, do all of that, like, I'm just kind of on pause until I know more of a timeline of when will I be living by myself? When will I have my own spot where I can then more feasibly start planning that part of my life? I do not want to start my fertility journey while I live in this basement. That's not how I want to start it. So I just kind of feel like everything's halted until I can get into my own space, which, you know, is a little frustrating because I have goals. So yeah, we're creeping up. River and I have been here for 10 and a half months now, so time really goes by quickly. Yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. I should get ready for bed, I guess, since I gotta work tomorrow, but I just wanted to just do a blob, you know? Yeah, so Thanks for listening if you listened this far. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a good week. And I'll talk to you next time.